By evening they'd made a solid wharf way out into the marsh. It would be a perfect fishing spot. "That really was a good idea, Ben," one of his friends said. It was already getting dark, so it was too late to fish. The boys headed for home, tired but proud of all the work they'd done. None of them gave any thought to what would happen when the workmen returned in the morning to find their stones missing. Ben's family lived in a four-room house with a single fireplace for heat. He had many brothers and sisters, sometimes 13 children at once gathered at the table. The house had only one window and not much furniture. Yet the family Franklin was a happy one. The food Ben's mother cooked was plain, but there was always plenty of it. They ate bread or cornmeal mush with milk for breakfast. Dinner was usually a meat stew with vegetables and potatoes. They had no fork and very few knives. That night after dinner, some friends of Ben's parents dropped by to discuss the event of the day. Even though he was a boy, Ben liked to listen to the adult talk. He was interested in everything that went on around him. He knew that people respected his father, whose name was Josiah, as some who could give them good advice. Soon it was time for bed. After all his efforts building the wharf, Ben fell asleep quickly. "Ben, come in here." Ben could tell from his father's voice the next day that he wasn't happy. Ben went into the front room. His father was standing there with a workman. "This man says he had some stones ready to build a house down by the marsh. Someone took them. He was told that you and your friends may have done it." "Yes, father. We needed those stones for a wharf." "A wharf?" Ben explained their plan. He knew it wasn't really right for them to take someone else's stones. But he told his father how practical it was, how it made it so much easier to catch fish. His father listened carefully. He was serious, but he wasn't angry. "You always told me to do things that were useful," Ben explained. "That wharf is very useful." "It's true, Ben," his father said. "Usefulness is good. But those stones did not belong to you. Nothing is truly useful that's not honest." Ben understood. He and his friend had to go to the salt marsh and put the stones back. They hated to take their fishing spot apart, and pulling all the stones out of the water was even harder than it had been to build the wharf in the first place. By the time he'd lugged the last stone back to the pile, Ben had learned a valuable lesson. From now on, he always would try to deal honestly with everyone. Any other way of doing things just wasn't worth it.